Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live demo of how to approach a LeetCode problem. I'm Abdelrahman Hani, and I have Ajwad ElGandouz here with me as well. Ajwad, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Ajwad ElGandouz from cohort 17, and I will be doing the demo for the reverse linked list problem in LeetCode.
Okay. And I'm Abdelrahman Hani. I'm from cohort 1 blended, and I'll be joining Ajwad here as well. So we're gonna go through the lead code problem like Sabah and Munsif mentioned earlier, that we need to go through a process which involves the first process is understanding the problem or reading it well on lead code, and the second step is gonna be whiteboarding the problem and visualizing it. The third step is gonna have to be pseudocoding it and writing it in simple English so we can understand it or turn it into logic. And the third step is going to be writing the code itself.
Because we actually like solved the same problem the last time in the session itself. We'll be doing an extra problem to like make up for this and for the delay itself. Okay, so at the beginning, let's just go through the problem itself, giving the head of a single linked list, reverse the list, and return the reversed list. So as you can see here, this is like a visualization for the linked list. We have the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final output is simply just reverse. Just by looking at this, we have like, I mean, you can get like some examples or some way to go about the problem. The first thing is either we just reverse the numbers, just take the numbers and put them in another place, or the simplest way or the another way is just change the pointers so the list will be reversed. As you
Exactly.
can see here in the example, this is the input, which is the linked list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just reversed. Another example by just simply two nodes. 1, 2, 2, 1. So, and we have here the constraints. The number of nodes in the list is the range 0 to 5,000. So just by that, we have 0. So we may have a null pointer. So we need to check if the pointer is null or not. And it cannot go more than 5,000, and we don't really need to care about it. If we implemented it correctly, we should not like care about this. And we have the values of the nodes. The values can go from minus 5,000 to 5,000, and we don't really need to care about this because we will be doing it in Python, and this is not a problem.
Mhm.
Follow by linked list can be reversed either iterative or recursively. Could you implement both? So we will go from the loop perspective. We will not do it
Iteratively.
recursively. Yeah, iterative
Yeah, yeah.
the way we will not doing it recursively.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right now in a whiteboard we have the class construction. As you can see, each class or each node have a self dot value, and this is equal to value, and self dot next will should be equal to the next node, and the next node can be null here, and this is the same graph from here.
Yeah. So, one thing that I'm thinking of whenever I see this problem is, can I just draw like what I'm thinking of? Like, can I wait? Let me draw out what my ideas here. So basically, we have like, you can see what I'm drawing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So if you have like three and then four, try to zoom out because it's too big. And then we have a fifth node here, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I have in mind whenever we think of this problem is probably having a pointer that points here to the beginning of the list, which is the head, and another pointer that points to the one after it. Okay. And then so basically what we need to do is we try to like reverse the links between the nodes while still maintaining the others, right? So what we would do is, first thing, reverse this link, which is here. So this is gonna point to this. So let's suppose that this is head for now, and this is the temp, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is reverse this. So we're gonna say that the temp dot next is gonna equal to the head, right? So this link is not here anymore. And then we are gonna assign head now to be the temp, right? So we're gonna go and assign that now head is gonna equal to temp. So they're both gonna point to this. And then we're gonna assign the temp to be head.next, which is this point element in here, which so the head becomes here now. And then we're gonna do the same thing again and again until we hit the end of the list. So again, we're gonna reverse this link, and this is not here, and then we're gonna assign the head to be here, and so on and so forth, until we reach the end of this like linked list. What do you think?
Yeah. So there's like another way, which is simply just the same, but in reverse order. We can have like the head here. Let's say that we start
Mm.
here, we
Do you wanna
move
do you
the
wanna
head.
draw it out as well? Do you wanna draw
No,
it
no,
out?
I will just explain it.
Okay, okay.
It's the same concept. We can just have the head here and have another pointer, which is the previous one. Let's call this
Mm-hmm.
prev. And we will do the exact same steps, just reversing them,
Yeah,
but in the other way, which both of them will work. I
sure.
mean, it's just like the order that we are going to go about it. So
Yeah,
this is like the concept or the whole idea that we will try to implement. And right now we will try to like explain the same thing in pseudocode.
yeah. Do you wanna go ahead and
Just
do that?
let's just move things here.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing, let's just try this. So the first step is check if head is null.
Yeah.
If the head is null, we will just return the head itself. We don't really need to care about it that much. So this is like the actual steps. The actual steps that we need to have like a TMB value or a previous value. And just at the beginning, we will uh, assign them to none.
Yeah. So the first thing is we check like the edge case that the head like the list is non-existent, like it's none,
Yeah,
right?
so we don't have like any errors.
Oh, okay. And then we assign temp and previous to none.
We just simply just like initialize the variables
Yeah,
without
like
any
initially.
without
Okay. Okay.
without having anything.
Sounds good.
Okay. So right now we can go like the either this way, the way that you said, or the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I will just do whatever. Let's say just previous is equal to head. Let's just move this and do head is equal to head dot next. And we'll have like after that we will have a while loop while head is not none. This is like our edge case, and we'll go through this whole process. So while head is not none, we will simply just reverse the previous reverse the pointer of the previous next
Mm-hmm.
and the head next.
Mm-hmm.
And before we do that, we need to have like something to store the head,
Yeah.
or we can just use the previous one.
Yeah. The previous is good. Like you can
Yeah,
just
we can
swap their
just use
values.
the previous one like that. So at the beginning, we need to store the value, or let's say just store the value of the next node. Just that when we like try to swap the values, we still have the value of the next node.
Mm-hmm.
Then swap the next of the previous and the head. Once we swap them,
Yeah.
we once we swap them, we just gonna let's say that we assign head to the storage value, which is to the storage value, which is TMB,
Mm-hmm.
and just we go until we reach the end of the linked list. And once we are done, we can just return previous, because previous
It's
always
gonna be
points
the new head.
to the like the node before that. And
Yeah.
in the last iteration, 1 minute, let me just explain it a little bit.
Yeah.
So once we are here in the last iteration, our algorithm or the way that we implemented it, we can, as you can see, after we swap the next of the previous and the head, we have like assign head to the prev here.
Mm-hmm.
So just like that, in the last iteration, after we swap the pointer, this pointer will be pointing this way. We will assign previous to this pointer. Then we go after and we will assign head to this node next, which is null or none if you are using Python. So once it reaches none, the while loop will break, and then at the end, the previous value will be pointing to the head to the new head of
To
the
the
linked
new head.
list, and we can just like return it. Do you have like anything to add or
No,
change?
I feel like that exactly like sums up what I had in mind because let me go through it like really quickly. So the first thing is we're gonna check if head is none. That's in case like the list is non-existent or it's empty, and then we're gonna assign or initialize temp and previous to like initial values of none, and then we're gonna have previous point to the head, and then the head is gonna we're gonna push it one step to the next node, which is head.next, and then we're gonna check while head is not none. First, the first thing we're gonna do is store the value of the next node, and then we're gonna swap the next of previous and head, like we're gonna swap the links between them, and then we're gonna change the head to be the previous, which is the one after it, right? Because we swapped it, and then we are gonna the head is gonna equal to the stored value temp. And lastly, at the end, at the last iteration, we're gonna return the previous after it has become the new head of the reverse list. Yeah, I feel like that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So let's try to implement it,
Yeah,
right here,
go
right
ahead.
here in the LeetCode. So the first thing, let's just try to follow the pseudocode. First, we check if head is none. We can do that just if head is none. We return just like that. We return head. Then after that, we will have the previous and TMP. Let's do just prev and TMP equal none and none. I'm trying just to not skip any steps to make it like as easy to read as possible. After that, we will assign previous to head. Let's do prev is equal head, and we will assign head to head dot next. Head is equal to head dot next. Here we'll have while head. It's the same if we do it like that or we do it is not none.
No
It's
new.
the exactly same thing. So the first thing we will store TMP is equal to head of next, so we can assign it later. Then we will have the previous value. Previous, it's not the previous value. We will have like the previous.
No, so you
No, no,
have
no.
head is equal to head dot next. So now you have the temp as the head dot next. Now you wanna change the head itself to point to the previous. Yes,
Head of
exactly.
next is our
It's
previous.
gonna
But
point to previous.
like that, there is no
There's no
this steps. Yeah, there is no use of this step.
Yeah, because you only need one pointer, which is here temp, right? One
Yeah.
variable. Okay.
And after that, I will assign head to Sawi TMP, and I think that this is it. After once we're done, we'll return previous. What do you think about this?
I guess yeah, I guess that sums it up, yeah.
Just we can like that, we can remove this line.
Yeah. Since yeah, we're dealing with head and previous, that's it.
Yeah.
We don't need it now.
So first, let's just try to run it. Let's hope that there's no errors.
Okay. So found cycle in the
So
list.
like that, we find that cycle in the list node. That's mean that we have a pointer that's pointing to itself, and this is not okay.
So it's not, yeah. We're
So
not
let's
like
just
reassigning
remove
it.
this and try. Okay. So like that we
So
have
wait,
we have an empty output.
So now we have previous and temp as none, and then while head is not none, so we have temp equals to head next, right? And then we have head dot next is going to equal to the previous, but previous here is none now. So no, it should
No,
be
no,
head dot next is
this is
equal,
correct for the first node. So the first node should point to, when we reverse it, the first node next will be equal to none,
but
because
here
it's the
previous,
new, yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong here, that I'm not reassigning a
yes,
new value
ah,
to
exactly, yeah, that's what yeah, exactly,
and just like that it should
hopefully,
work, hopefully.
yes. Could you try to submit it now? I want to see the great
Okay,
work.
so
Yeah, nice.
like that it
77%.
works. So just by this we need to edit the pseudocode a little bit. Let's just move this, assign head to previous. Oh, actually, I did say that assign head to previous
Yeah, that's what that's
in
what
this
that's
code.
what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't implement it here.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so this is like sums up like how you can go about any lead code problem in an interview, or just like solving it by yourself. We will add another problem. We will just like look for another problem and record another video.
Yeah, and if you guys have like any recommendations of what the next problem yeah, should be, just like type it in the Discord, like tag both of us and put it on the Discord and we'll look into it. So yeah, I
Okay,
guess that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah, thank you for listening, and see you hopefully in another lead code video.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. See you. Bye bye.